Cringe Lab, where we laugh. With each tale, we find a path. Embrace the awkward stories we talk through. Join the fun.
All right, everybody, buckle up, because today we are diving into, well, this is a weird one. You know how much we love exploring the fringes of tech here, but this one's something else.
It really is. We're talking about SaniSync, right?
Oh, yeah, SaniSync. It's, get this, smart underwear, supposedly.
That's the claim, anyway.
Yeah, and not just, like comfy, smart fabric or something. This is, well, they're saying it's going to revolutionize, get ready for this, digestive health.
No more bathroom anxieties. That's the big promise.
And they're going about it in probably the most complicated way I've ever heard of.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, of all the problems to throw this much tech at.
So for anyone who hasn't heard of this thing yet, SaniSync is the system, and I use the word system very deliberately here because it's not just underwear. We're talking neural implants, real-time monitoring, the whole shebang.
And that's where, I start to have some questions.
Oh, I think we both have questions, lots of them. But for the sake of the deep dive, let's break it down. So first up, we've got these supposed tiny, non-invasive brain implants.
They're very insistent on the non-invasive part. But I'm not sure I'm entirely convinced by their definition of the word.
Right. Like, I don't know about you, but sticking something in my brain, no matter how small, sounds at least a little invasive.
At least a little. And that's before we even get into the ethics of, implanting something into your brain for something that seems, well, a little unnecessary.
Okay, but say they do manage to make it, actually non-invasive. What then?
They're claiming these things can track your gut health in real time. Right.
Right. So we're talking about a direct line from your digestive system to, well, I guess some kind of app. I'm not entirely sure where the data goes from there.
Probably the cloud, knowing these companies. But so, okay, they've got your brain hooked up to the underwear, which, by the way, is also doing things. Lots of things.
Oh, yeah. This is where it gets interesting. Or weird. I haven't decided which yet. The underwear itself is, get this, absolutely packed with sensors.
And these sensors can supposedly tell when things are about to go south, shall we say.
They call it, and I quote, predictive alerts. So, instead of you just, I don't know, feeling it coming on like a normal human being, your underwear sends you a notification. Gotta love technology. I mean, it does make you wonder about the accuracy of these alerts. Our bodies aren't exactly predictable, are they?
Not even slightly. And I'm not a doctor, but I imagine there are a lot of things that could trigger a false alarm. Spicy food, stress, even just the normal ups and downs of digestion.
Which, by the way, everyone listening, is totally normal. Don't let your underwear tell you otherwise.
Absolutely. But SaniSync didn't stop there. Oh, no, they went a step further.
Oh, you mean the whole containment mode thing? Yeah, that's a whole other can of worms. Or should we say a whole other layer of absorbent nanomaterial?
Well, because, of course, if your underwear predicts you're about to have a digestive issue, but you can't make it to a bathroom in time, well, they've got you covered. Literally.
Yeah, they're really leaning into this whole idea of, never having to worry about digestive issues ever again.
Which, again, is just not realistic. I mean, I applaud them for their optimism, but come on.
And the cherry on top. This whole thing is supposedly powered by solar energy.
Because who wants to plug in their underwear, right?
The image of someone laying out their underwear to charge in the sun is something else. But I do have to hand it to them. The marketing is, well, effective.
Oh, absolutely. They've really tapped into this, cultural anxiety we have around bodily functions.
For sure. And that's kind of what makes this whole thing so fascinating, isn't it? They're taking something that's completely normal and natural and turning it into, well, a problem that needs a technological solution.
And an expensive solution, I'd imagine. They haven't released pricing yet, but I have a feeling this isn't going to be cheap.
Oh, for sure not. But price aside, there's the whole ethical dilemma of it all. Are we really at the point where we need to be monitoring our digestion this closely?
It's a slippery slope, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where do we draw the line? What happens when this kind of technology becomes normalized?
And don't even get me started on the privacy implications. Do we really want our underwear sending data about our bowel movements to some tech company?
It's a bit dystopian when you put it like that.
But honestly, the thing that gets me the most is this claim they made. SaniSync has saved over 140.78 million marriages. I mean, really?
It's a bold claim, to say the least. And completely unverifiable, I might add.
Right. How do you even begin to measure that?
I think it's just their way of saying that this product will, and I quote, eliminate bathroom anxieties and improve your relationships. as if all it takes to save a marriage is, perfectly predictable digestion.
It's incredibly simplistic and honestly a little insulting to anyone who's ever, actually been in a relationship.
Exactly. Relationships are complicated. Digestion is complicated. Trying to solve both with a pair of smart underwear, it's ambitious.
Ambitious is one word for it. But I do think this whole thing raises some interesting questions about where we're headed with technology and, frankly, our obsession with finding quick fixes for complex problems.
Absolutely. I mean, on the one hand, it's kind of amazing how far technology has come. But on the other hand, it's like, are we really solving anything here? Or are we just creating a whole new set of problems?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
I think the biggest takeaway here, and something I hope everyone listening will take to heart, is that we need to be critical thinkers. Don't believe everything you hear, especially when it comes to new technology.
Right. Do your research, ask questions, and don't be afraid to be skeptical. And maybe, just maybe, instead of trying to engineer away all of life's little messes, we can learn to embrace them.
Here.
Because, let's be honest, a little bit of chaos never hurt anyone.
It's what makes life interesting.
Exactly. And on that note, we're going to wrap things up for today. Thanks for joining us on this wild ride into the world of smart underwear and digestive dystopias.
Until next time.
Stay curious, everyone.
In the Cringe lab, where we laugh with each tale, we find a path. Embrace the awkward stories we talk through. Join the fun, take a chance. Cringe lab, no shame in the play. Let's dive into laughs every